Leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, has continued his onslaught against the Modi government. Rahul, who is on a 3-day visit to US, reflected on the post-2014 politics in India and explained why the need was felt for him to take out the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Rahul Gandhi said that it was only way left for him, for the opposition, alleging that there was an attack on democratic structure of the country. Free voices, free media was muzzled, institutions were controlled, and there was an unleashing of agencies on the opposition by the centre. And this is not the only thing which caught attention. One other act of Rahul Gandhi is now making headlines. According to BJP, Rahul Gandhi met anti-India US lawmaker Ilhan Omar during his US visit. And the BJP, in fact, has posted a picture where Rahul and Ilhan Omar can be seen sharing the frame. The BJP is asking, in the garb of Modi Virod, is actually Rahul Gandhi doing Desh Virod? So BJP has hit out at Rahul Gandhi over his meet with Ilhan Omar and has posted pictures, in fact, of that meeting where you can see Rahul Gandhi with others, and Ilhan Omar is also present during that meeting. Now, Shehzad Poonawalla of the BJP and Amit Malvi of the BJP on social media X have hit out at Rahul Gandhi, reminding him of the anti-India statements made by Ilhan Omar, of the fact that she visited POK, and later it was reported that it was a trip to POK sponsored by Pakistan for Ilhan Omar. When she went back to US, she submitted a resolution where she spoke against India. All of that being highlighted now by the BJP, questioning what was the need to meet Ilhan Omar. And some of them, in fact, hitting out at Rahul Gandhi, saying that every time Rahul Gandhi visits abroad, goes to another country, why does he meet India baiters? Is he doing Desh Virod in the garb of Modi Virod? That's what the BJP is alleging, hitting out at Rahul Gandhi, criticizing this meeting of Rahul Gandhi with others that included Ilhan Omar. Listen to Shehzad Poonawalla.
After spewing venom against Sikhs and after denigrating Indian institutions on foreign soil, now Rahul Gandhi has done the unthinkable, meeting anti-India elements like Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar got a resolution against India in the US Congress. Ilhan Omar has been spewing venom against India on Article 370. She visited POK, violated India's sovereignty at a time, and that too sponsored by Pakistan. She met Imran Khan and discussed Islamophobia. She routinely pervades and perpetrates Hindu phobia and Hindu hatred. She takes a position which is contrary to India's position on Jammu Kashmir and backs the Pakistani position. Why does Rahul Gandhi have to meet her? But this is nothing new. Congress, in its Modi Virod, in its BJP Virod, meets anybody and everybody, even if they are indulging in Desh Virod. This is the true face of the Congress. Not the first time that they've done this. But the question is only this, that Priyanka Chaturvedi of the Uddhav Sena had said that this Ilhan Omar is an element that one should be wary of. She had called her out. Now, Priyanka Chaturvedi, Uddhav Sena, do you support this meeting of Rahul Gandhi with Ilhan Omar? Perhaps you should elaborate. This trip of Rahul Gandhi is nothing but a trip that is designed to rally anti-India forces only and only so that Rahul Gandhi can satisfy his lust to come to power. How can you go so low where you stand with elements like Ilhan Omar?
Sensational allegations there being levelled by the BJP. Shehzad Poonawalla says that Rahul Gandhi is rallying anti-India forces to satiate his lust for power. We have Pradeep Datta joining us on the broadcast. Pradeep, while of course these are political reactions coming in, let's focus on Ilhan Omar. Tell us, why has this generated such controversy, this meeting between Rahul Gandhi and others that included Ilhan Omar?
See, from day one, we have seen that the Rahul Gandhi's US visit is embroiled in controversy, whether he was resorting to fear-mongering so far as Sikhs is concerned, or he was batting for China, or he was trying to portray the government in bad light. Why this meeting has really become controversial is because if you look at Ilhan Omar, she's often seen spewing venom against India. She's known for spreading lies against the country. Rightly said by Shehzad Poonawalla, because her trip to Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir was sponsored by Pakistan. She went to that place. That was like violating the territorial integrity, because POJK is part of India. You can't allow anybody to go to POJK like that. So after that, she passed a resolution in the Congress where she wanted that India should be tried for the human rights violation. Not only that, she had often been meddling into internal affairs of India, whether it was abrogation of Article 370. That time also she tried to portray India in bad light. Not only that, in case of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, the terrorist who was killed in Canada, she wanted the US to provide all kind of a support to Canadian agencies so that they can ensure that India is completely nailed in this regard, because she was trying to again project India as a country that was responsible for killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar. That though everybody knows that there are several gangs operating in Canada, those gangs can be responsible for that. But again, she was trying to hit out at India. Not only that, she was also trying to hit out at India, saying that how India is not treating its Adivasis, not treating its farmers well, not treating Muslims well, raising the issue of Islamophobia. So she wanted that India should be put in the category of the country of concern, because where they can at least try to project that no country, no religious community other than Hindus are having the religious freedom in this India, and that's what actually she is doing. So now the question arises, why the Rahul Gandhi had to meet such people? Because last time also when he went to United States of America, that time he had also met the Smriti Vishwanath, again one of the India basher. We have seen that how she had been running that organization, Hindu for Human Rights. So many people feel that under the garb of that organization also she had been trying to hit out at the present government and also trying to hit out at India. So overall people view this visit as something where he's trying to portray India in bad light. He has also tried to hit out at the Indian democracy. Everybody knows the Indian is the most vibrant democracy, and the democratic exercise.
And multiple statements that were made by Rahul Gandhi, whether it was about the way democracy functions in India, whether it's about the freedom to practice one's religion, or whether it's this meeting, has generated a lot of controversy. Pradeep, stay on with us. Let's also focus on what Rahul Gandhi said about China, while highlighting and lauding China's growth and its military might. Rahul was critical of the way democracy functioned in India. He was all praise for neighboring China, though, with whom India has been locked in a standoff at the LAC for more than 4 years now. Rahul hailed China and said it has offered a vision of production and prosperity in a non-democratic environment, but India doesn't seem to have a response to it. He went ahead to say that China has a strong military, calling it a result of its strong production ability. The Congress leader further said that there has been a huge increase in China's power and called for both US and India to look for a long-term strategic vision to counter China.
China has placed in front of us a vision for production and prosperity in a non-democratic environment. Right? What is our response? Are we simply going to just sit there and say, okay, China can be the producer of the world and we're not going to do anything? Or do we have a response? What is our response to the Belt and Road? Right? I don't see one. How do you challenge China on production and value addition? Right? China's strength comes from that. Yes, China has a strong military, but the military strength comes from that ability to produce. It comes from Americans buying Chinese product. It comes from Indians buying Chinese product. And what are you going to do about it? There's a huge increase in China's power. China is our neighbor. We have a relationship with the United States. So we are right in the middle of all this geopolitical change. And so we have to have a long-term vision, strategic vision, and it shouldn't be one tactical move after another tactical move. It should be, okay, this is how we're thinking about it for the long term. This is the basic foundation, and we're going to walk on this path. I think the central elements of that, from our perspective, have to be the democratic idea.
So you heard what Rahul Gandhi had to say about China's military might, and is being criticized by the Bharatiya Janata Party for hailing China while continuously defaming India. That's the allegation of the BJP. Now, amidst all this, there's another clip while Rahul Gandhi was talking about China that the Congress party has put out, where Rahul Gandhi says the land size of Delhi has been occupied by the Chinese forces. Listen in.
Well, if you call having Chinese troops in 4,000 square kilometers of our territory handling something well, then maybe. We've got Chinese troops occupying land the size of Delhi in Ladakh. I think that's a disaster. Media doesn't like to write about it. how would America react if, a neighbor occupied 4,000 square kilometers of your territory? Would any president be able to get away with saying that he's handled that well? So I don't think Mr. Modi's handled China well at all. I think there's no reason Chinese troops should be sitting in our territory.
Pradeep Datta continues to be with us. So on one hand, Rahul Gandhi is praising China's military might. On the other hand, he says that land size of Delhi has been occupied by the forces. And he says that describes how India has handled the situation.
Rahul Gandhi is full of contradictions. If you look at, on one hand, he says the Indian democracy is under threat. On the other hand, he keeps on praising non-democratic regime of China. Sometimes he keeps on talking about their growth story. And on the other hand, he is trying to demoralize our forces by saying that land of the size of New Delhi has been grabbed by China. Government of India on several occasions has said that not a single inch of land has been occupied by China. Even the chief of the army staff has said this thing. If you're not trusting your army, you're not trusting your government, whom you are going to trust? Because Prime Minister, I still remember that after the Galwan skirmishes, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had said, "Mar mar kar mare," and that means they had given them a befitting reply. 20 of our soldiers lost their lives, and after that, Indians were able to kill around about 40 soldiers. Initially, China kept on denying, but later on, the tombstones were there that narrated the whole story, what really how India had been able to inflict the casualty of the Chinese side. But Rahul Gandhi is not going to listen to Indian government. He is not going to listen to the Indian army. Whom he is going to listen to? Because as a leader of opposition, all I can say, as a layman also, one can say, not to talk about the BJP and the other opposition party leaders are saying. Anybody knows that if you are going out as a leader of opposition, you're always trying to project your country in the best way. But here is a man who is trying to portray India in bad light, because he should have been able to tell the best story of the country. At the end of the day, it is about the country, that only that country prosper which has a good story to tell. But you need a good storyteller also. But if you have a person like Rahul Gandhi, instead of telling a good story, he is trying to portray and project India in bad light. How can we expect that tomorrow, once he becomes the leader of the country, he will be able to do anything good for the country? That's the question everybody is asking. This is the question even the layman on the ground is asking, that how come Rahul Gandhi do so? Because one, he tried to resort to fear-mongering. Second, he's tried to bat for China. Undemocratic regime he's batting for. And then he says that India is not an Indian democracy.
Pradeep, stay on with us. Let's listen into the reactions that we're getting. NDA allies have also hit out at Rahul Gandhi for this.
I am the future that was born 100 years ago. I am the purpose that emerged with India's independence, to be a force for business that takes India to the world and the world to India, creating pathways of self-reliance, to stand for progress, the planet and the people, towards a future made perfect, and be a force creating abundance. Because independence is not a moment in history, it's a never-ending path to prosperity. Aditya Birla Group, a force for good.